What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of U4 Kaiju number 8, season 2. This is episode 6, and with me, as always, I have Blue Spade.
Yeah, so I guess it's hard for me to say what you consider this. Like, it's more of like a setting up. I guess you could say it's more of a training or setting up for their upcoming fight against number 9. That's coming up
Yeah.
soon. So so what we find out is, but they're like the different divisions of the Kaiju Defense Force don't really get along that well, surprisingly. Um, It like Narumi like does not have does not get along well with Shosuro, yeah, Soshiro's group.
Mm.
Considering the fact that he feels like he's like he's done as much as everybody else has done in Soshiro's division. Although like he feels like all their credibility, um all their accomplishments have gone to Soshiro and Mina rather than his group.
Yeah. Also, like, we get a follow up, obviously, from the scene from the last episode where, like, Hoshino is talking to, was it Kaiju number 10?
Yeah.
And Kaiju number 10, like, kind of gives us sort of I guess, a somewhat big reveal that he was actually created by number 9. So that, and apparently, I guess, number 9 is creating Kaiju somehow. But he also says that he would be willing to, like, in a way, like, ally with Hoshina if he could become, like, if he could I guess, kill number 9, or
Actually become his weapon, I guess.
yeah, become his weapon. Yeah. Um,
Yeah.
so then the rest of the episode is kind of about, like, yeah, like you said, sort of, well, not so much like training, but the different divisions of the Kaiju Defense Force are sort of like convening and trying to figure out what they're going to do with Kaiju number 10, and who would be, like, a good candidate, I guess, to wield him or use him as a weapon.
Yeah, and of course uh, they're discussing. I think what was it? Who's gonna be wearing like a specialized suit made from the remains of Kaiju number 6, which Shinomiya's mother ended up killing years back before she was killed. Uh, but they were able to find at least one person within the defense force who is supposedly compatible to wear this suit, which is of course Reno. Um, so they, I think I forgot what this guy's name is and which division it was, but uh, he asks Reno if he's willing to take part to, I guess to wear the suit. Of course, he tries to encourage like Reno not to take part in this because he knows the risk of what's going to happen if Reno puts on parts of the suit. But of course, Reno, like, with everything that's happened, and of course, with his friend becoming Kaiju number 8 all the time, he feels like he needs to help out as well by gaining, I guess, that similar kind of power. So they start out with like this, I guess, this test in which he only wears, like, I guess, the gloves of the suit, but this, like, just that completely overwhelms him physically and nearly mentally as well. As you can see, like he sees a vision of, I guess you could say it's Kaiju number 6, and he just blacks out from there.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I mean, obviously, I don't think that, this it's gonna kill Reno or anything, but they think that, I guess that him just even doing that would be enough to kill him. But I think, yeah, it probably, like, overwhelm him, and he'll have to, like, train harder just to become more, like, compatible with, Kaiju number 10 or whatever. But yeah, I mean, I like that they brought Reno back, at least, because he's pretty much just not been involved uh, at all in season 2 so far. Kafka doesn't really, I don't think he really shows up at all in this episode.
No,
Um,
yeah, I do like the fact that they're finally bringing in Reno into a more important role, because like he's like they can't really have him on the sidelines all the time, and having him like work as like I you could say like as a regular grunt and all. I mean, he has to play some kind of role in like in fighting side by side with Kafka and the others.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. I just wish they would do a little bit more um with some of the other characters like the uh fuck what well the girl that was Kafka's childhood friend. Like she just hasn't really been. I mean, she's just kind of been doing stuff in the background, I guess. But yeah, I mean, I kind of wish she would have more to do in the plot. Like maybe she'll do something more later. But like as it is right now, like she's just not. I don't know. It doesn't feel like she's really doing much in terms of in terms of the plot. But maybe she'll have something to do later. I don't know.
I feel like some of these next set of episodes, it's going to focus uh on each of the other side characters that are looking to
Yeah.
get stronger and hopefully uh fight against number 9 in their own way without relying on Kafka too much. So you could say this was today's episode. Well, not today's episode. This episode was more of a Reno episode. Maybe they'll
Mm.
follow up on that. Maybe in the next episode. Obviously, we'll need to see a follow up on Shinobi as like I guess training, as well as I think what was it, follow up on Soshiro, like I guess getting Kaiju number 10 as his new weapon. And I guess that they'll eventually get Mina as as an important character later, because
Yeah.
like
I mean,
she's of course obviously the character that Kafka wants to fight side by side with. That's his main goal, was to fight alongside Mina in the defense force.
yeah. I mean, I guess my thing is just she's been built up to be such an important character, especially with by Kafka. But I don't know. It just feels like I said, she's just been in the background for the most part and hasn't done much. But I mean, maybe she'll do more later in the series, because it seems like the focus is more so on like Shinomiya and Reno and some of those characters, and maybe eventually like it'll maybe shift focus to her, and we'll get like more about her. Um, but yeah, I don't. I thought it was a good episode. I liked that Reno came back, and um, we got more with him, and he's actually gonna potentially wield a kaiju weapon. Uh, because like yeah, like you said, I wasn't really expecting him to be just like a regular. I guess like a regular grunt throughout the series, where he doesn't really have any like special powers or anything. Um, so I guess they're finally like giving him some ability. Um, but yeah, I don't really have much else to say about the episode, though. I don't know if you have anything else to say about it.
It's like, yeah, I really do feel like that we're gonna see like the overall growth and development with a lot of the other side characters, I guess, for the remainder of the season. I don't
Mm.
I don't think this is gonna be like, the finale season or something like that. They'll have to make another season after this just to follow up on, I guess, on their upcoming
Well,
fight against number 9. Because
yeah, I mean, assuming they're following the manga, then yeah, I would assume there probably
yeah,
would be more.
I mean, the manga just technically ended, I think, a couple weeks ago, but it's
Yeah.
I don't think that, the people in production IG are willing to just rush through the storyline just like that. I mean, this is just gonna be
Mhm.
like a one core season before they move on to the next one.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, it was in production for what, like a couple years. So,
Yeah.
um, yeah, I don't know. I guess it remains to be seen if they plan to adapt the entire manga. I don't think it's that long, so I mean, I
It's
would
it's not
assume it.
it's not that long, but from what I can tell, it seems like there's enough material to, I guess, to justify one more season after this. That just
Mm,
like we know where the plot is heading, with Kaiju number 9 and stuff, because he's obviously like the final villain of the entire series. But in terms of like where they're at plot wise, I don't see them rushing through this like by the end.
yeah. But yeah, guys. So that all being said, until next time, we will see you all later.